Good morning. My name is John. Could you tell me your full name, please?
My name is Liu Fan.
And what shall I call you?
Just call me Liu or Louise, my English name.
And can you tell me where you're from?
Yes, I'm from Ya'an, a medium-sized city in the southwestern part of China. Okay, here it is.
That's fine. What's the most interesting part of your hometown?
Well, the most interesting part, I think, is the giant panda reserve, where they keep a lot of giant pandas. Actually, the area is the natural habitat of the giant pandas, but in the centre itself, they pick up and treat those which have fallen ill in the wilderness. Many famous people and celebrities have donated to the treatment and conservation of giant pandas.
Is there anything you don't like in your hometown?
Yes. It rains a lot there. As a matter of fact, it's well known as a rainy city, where the average annual rainfall can reach 1,200 millimeters. Sometimes it can get very muddy and cause inconvenience to the local people.
How has your hometown changed in the past few years?
A lot of changes have taken place in my hometown recently. A good example is the construction of Chengdu-Yan Expressway, which actually links up the two cities. You can travel back and forth between the two cities very easily, making it an ideal place to live in. It used to take 4 to 5 hours to travel to Chengdu, the capital city of Sichuan province. As a result, its poor transportation system hindered the economic development. Besides, many high-rise buildings have sprung up along the river.
Let's move on to talk about the type of clothes you like. What type of clothes do you wear at work?
Well, mostly I have to wear formal clothes at work, such as a uniform and a suit. There's very strict regulation as to what we should wear at work. But after work, I prefer to wear casual clothes, which are more comfortable and relaxing.
Is it important for people to wear formal clothes at work?
Yes, I think so. By wearing formal clothes, we show respect to our clients. Above all, it's the company image, as people always associate a company with what the staff wear. It also shows that we are serious in dealing with other people.
Can we judge a person by what he or she wears?
Well, I don't think so. Though many believe that clothes can be a status symbol today, I don't think clothes can mean everything. Some people may like to wear their designer coats, but it doesn't follow that they are wealthy or hold high social positions. It simply means that they can afford this type of clothes. Likewise, some successful or outstanding people may just wear some simple clothes. So in my opinion, there's no justification whatsoever for judging a person by his appearance only.
Should we fall slaves to fashion?
Absolutely not. You see, fashions change very quickly. Something that is in style this year may go out of style the next. The fashion industry has been so successful in persuading people to buy new fashionable clothes. However, it's just a kind of art, enriching our lives. Personally, I think it's a waste of time and money.
Okay, now I'm going to give you a topic. I'd like you to talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes. Before you talk, you can have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say, and you can make some notes if you wish. Do you understand? Here is your topic, and here is a pencil and some paper for making notes. I'd like you to describe a perfect evening out. Here's the card. OK. You have 1 or 2 minutes. Don't worry if I stop you. Can you start speaking now, please?
Well, there are a lot of benefits that technology has brought us, but the most useful piece of technology for me is my voice recorder, also known as a recording pen. It is equipped with a microphone and earphones and MP3. It looks like a pen, small, black and grey. A Samsung made in South Korea. It is digital, and it can record for 13.5 hours. It can be used on a lot of occasions, conferences, interviews and lectures. It can be connected to a telephone, and it can also be connected with computers to download what has been recorded. Compared with a cassette recorder, it has the advantages of lightweight, long-time recording and easy editing. I bought it 3 years ago, right after I went to university. At that time, I found it difficult to understand some of the lectures, especially English lectures given by some native speakers. Now I often use it to record some difficult lectures. Whenever I find a lecture too difficult to understand, I will use my voice recorder to record it while paying attention to the lecturer and trying to understand what he or she is saying. After the lecture, I can listen to my voice recorder and then take notes. At other times, when I can't go to lectures, I can ask my classmates to record the lectures for me so that I won't miss anything. I have found it a really worthwhile investment.
OK, you've told me about a piece of useful technology. You talked about the usefulness of a voice recorder. Do people accept new technology readily?
Well, basically, ordinary people accept those which have been proved to be safe and useful. However, there are some people who are more skeptical of new things. For example, not everyone can accept GM food, i.e., genetically modified food or transgenic food.
What aspect of technology are the elderly more concerned about?
I think the senior may pay more attention to health-related technology. For example, some exercise equipment and some pharmaceutical products which can help them enjoy their longevity.
Is there any difference between men and women in their attitudes towards technology?
I'm not quite sure about this, but from my personal experience, I think, in general, men take a more positive attitude towards technology and they may accept it more easily. Maybe it's man's nature to try something new. On the other hand, women may not be so active in trying out new technology, as that means a lot of change in their life. According to some reports, when the washing machine was invented, some women were slow in accepting it. As a matter of fact, washing machines have set women free from some time-consuming and dreary part of their housework.
Do you think that technology has made our life simpler or more difficult?
Well, I think technology has certainly made part of our life simpler. For example, with the extensive use of computers, some of the dreary and repeated work can be simplified. We can do data analysis and calculation more efficiently and effectively than before. With the use of the internet, we can get an easy access to a wide range of information, and communication with friends has become so much easier. However, in some respects, our life has been made more difficult. People have become increasingly dependent on modern communication, and when there is a problem such as a virus in the system or a crash in the main server, there could be a great mess.
Are there any disadvantages modern technology has brought us?
Of course there are. There is no shortage of examples. On the one hand, automobiles have provided mobility for people, accelerating the economic development. On the other hand, they have claimed so many lives in car accidents and have produced so much pollution every day.
You mentioned car accidents. What do you think are the major causes of car accidents, and how can they be reduced?
Well, I think it rests with people's mentality. You see, nowadays, we have better road conditions, all the highways and expressways, better cars. However, accidents keep rising from overloading, speeding, and drink driving. Anyway, some people don't care about the lives of other people, nor their own. They don't observe traffic rules and regulations. I think the best way to reduce accidents would be to stiffer sentencing as well as heavy fines. Also, we should raise people's awareness to value their lives.
Thank you very much. That's the end of the interview. Goodbye.
Thank you for your time. Bye.